Hey guys, it's Jovi. So I want to give my opinion on this whole fiasco happening now between Monique and her son. How did we get here? I don't even know. So out of nowhere, Monique was on Club Shay Shay. She was giving comments. I believe she said a couple of minutes something about her son in the Club Shay Shay interview. She did acknowledge that, she didn't know how to be a mother. I believe she was like a teen mom. A lot of teen moms do not know how to be a mother. A lot of teen moms are not good mothers. Her son came on. He wrote a script because he wanted to, I guess, to get his whole point across. Okay, cool. Listen, your mother is a public figure. I don't understand why you would go to the public to address your grievances. I'm going to say that as an adult who has had situations with her parents when she was younger, that the reality is, in my opinion, is that when we as children, and I've said this before, when we as the children of people understand that these people are human, understand that these people are human just like you. They're not some mystical being because they are your mother. It would seem nice, when you're young, you don't, your mother or your father, it would seem nice. You would assume, we all assume that when we were young. But as you grow older, especially after you have your own children or start having your own children, you should realize the humanity in them. Okay, her son says that she has acknowledged many times that she was not a good mother. She basically didn't know how to be. She grew up real traumatic. Okay, she grew up real traumatic, and she's apologized, but he said something along the lines of she's apologized, but she hasn't changed her behavior. Like, from what I gather, he's like 32, 33, right? Like, what is she supposed to do? They are both adults. What is she, in my opinion, literally supposed to do? There was text messages dropped and everything. Now, I don't think she should have dropped these text messages. People are talking about calling a boy uncle and all. It is just so much. And I get that you feel that your mother wasn't able to be a good mother to you when she was younger. When Monique says, don't tell other people, he sounded confused in his recent video when he was like, I don't understand don't let anyone tell you who your mother is. You know who she is. You know she's not a good parent. You know this. You know she has been working on herself. You know this. Like people say, your firstborn child know you better than anybody. Your firstborn child know you better than anybody. Okay? She is a work in progress. She's been saying this forever. She's been saying this for a while, ever since she's been married to this guy, Sydney. And like the whole, what is he supposed to call him? By his name or something? From what I gather, they got together when he was an adult. He has a dad. Where's all this smoke for the dad? I really want to know, where's all the smoke for the dad? Monique was not there, okay? But she was out because she was out here doing what she had to do, okay? She did not know how to be the give the quote unquote mother experience because she wasn't raised right, okay? You have to acknowledge people when you have to acknowledge how your parents were raised. She was not raised right. She decided or was able to make sure you had some money. You were eating. You were being taken care of. I don't think his father was out here working. Okay, just like if a man was out here making money and not home, and doing all of this shit, there would be a wife at home. But the difference is the wife at home would glorify your dad is out here making money, your dad is out here doing this, and not let you down talk the dad. But that seems to not have happened in Monique's situation. She has acknowledged she was out here young. She had him, I believe, when she was 16 or something. Tell me if I'm wrong. But she was out here trying to make money to provide. She was out here on the Parkers. She was out here trying to Queens of Comedy it up. Out here just trying to make sure that her children were able to like eat and be provided for, because if she didn't do it, who the hell was going to do it? And I comprehend. I do. I swear to you, I do comprehend, feeling a way about something that your parent has done in the past or whatever, but like where I'm lost, the part where I'm lost is a lot of people, parents won't even acknowledge their shit. She has acknowledged her shit. You're not a teenager no more where she can go and continue, and be like, okay, you're 14, I got 4 more years to raise you. At this point, you're an adult man. You're an adult man, and from what I gather, adult man who was like having a baby and, raising a child on your own at this point. What is she supposed to do? What is she supposed to do? Like, I think they haven't spoken in like 2 years or so, because from what it looks like, she felt the way because after the baby was born, his baby was born, her grandchild, he didn't reach out and say, hey, the baby is here. And she might have felt the way, and he feels the way was like, well, why does it even matter? You're a shit mom anyway. But like, if she's listen, both parties have to work on their relationship. It's not just on Monique. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not just on Monique, because at this point you're an adult and you're still trying to get validation from your mom, and I don't know how that validation is supposed, like, what exactly is she supposed to do to make him feel better about what occurred when he was a child? But acknowledge it, right? Acknowledge it and shit. At least attempt to try to do better. And from what the text meant, she was like reaching out to him like, hey, how you doing? Like, what exactly else is she supposed to do? I don't get that part. What do you want her to do specifically? Tell me please, y'all, tell me exactly what she was supposed to do specifically at this age, or at him being 28, 29 when this thing popped off. But acknowledge everything that he said, like, you weren't there for me, you weren't mature, you weren't being a mother, and then you trying to knock her for those things when she's acknowledged that already. No, she did not know how to be. She said that. You cannot go back and change the past. I wish we could, but you cannot. So now what? So now we get on IG and want to try to throw our mama under the bus after why wasn't he throwing her under the bus when she was going through all of this shit with Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey? When people already had her looking bad and out here looking crazy. Why all of a sudden now she getting her shit back? She getting her shit back in line, and now you want to go ahead and not even give her a call and tell her how you feel. That's understandable. That's your mama. You can always call your mama and tell her how you feel, but tell the world. What sort of sabotaging mentality is that? Like, you weren't there for me when I was young, and now you finally getting your stuff together, and people are starting to really fuck with you. Even people who wasn't fucking with you before are fucking with you now. So no, I gotta throw my fucking wrench in. Where was your father? If no one raised you properly, where was he? Because I know he was there. He was there taking care of you. Where was he? Why is there no animosity towards him as well? What the fuck? Everybody in this world is not meant to be a mother. And that's just what it is. But back then, especially if you got pregnant early, people were put in those positions. And a lot of those women who were in those positions did the best that they could based off of what they knew. Can't ask nobody to be better than who they know how to be. Especially at our big grown ages. Especially after, listen, it happened. What is she supposed to do? No, I don't think she should have posted those text messages, but I think her attempting to post those text messages was like, look, I was trying to read, what am I supposed to do? Yes, I feel a way. My grandchild was born. Shit, I've been in that situation. I had somebody close to me born and, couldn't see them or didn't. And it's like, it makes you feel that's hurtful. Like, yes, you went through what you went through when you were a child. Nobody's taking that away from you. But you bringing my first grandchild in the world and not even saying, hey, he came. Hey, mom, he came. Because we working on this shit, right? Not even saying that is hurtful. It's hurtful. We cannot negate the hurt that we caused because that person hurt us when we were little. That person made me feel away, so I was little. So she has to pay. She has to forever pay for you having these mommy issues. At this point in time, listen, I am a staunch believer in therapy. Because we could complain, and I've said this before, we could scream to the sky about our mommy and daddy issues forever. You cannot live in that trauma forever because that trauma will have you living like a little boy or a little girl for the rest of your life. That trauma will affect you forever. That trauma will have you out here trying to expose your mother for being a bad mom when she's acknowledged it already. When she's able to finally come up out of the hellfire she's been in. And you just want to try to push her down because you're trying to make her suffer and you're trying to punish her because she wasn't a good mother to you when she was 16, 17, 20, whatever years old, when she's acknowledged that you're right. It's not like she's sitting here saying, well, that ain't true. That ain't true. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. That didn't happen. She ain't changing history. She's acknowledged that history. She's acknowledged that she can't do it. She's acknowledged that she was emotionally or is emotionally a 16-year-old child. She's acknowledged that. What do you want her to do? And then you want to make fun of it? You are emotionally a teenager yourself. Nobody's making fun of your behavior. Like empathy. Like the empathy is not. Like just empathizing. All right, my mom wasn't it. She wasn't it. But shit, at least she acknowledged it. There's most of these mothers out here who weren't it will never, mothers, fathers, whatever, they will never acknowledge that shit. They will never acknowledge it. She acknowledged it. And you still mad at her. What is she supposed to do? At this age, you have children. He's in like his 30s now. I think he's like 32 now. Okay, and now what? You already know she emotionally can't do it. You already know she doing the best for who she is. You're trying to get Betty Crocker out of someone who is wholeheartedly acknowledging to the world, not just you, that she was emotionally stunted, is emotionally stunted, and still trying to mature and grow up at her big grown age. Listen, you have to respect people who can at least acknowledge they shit. Because so many people out here can't even do that. I hope he don't. He said he's not putting out no more videos. I hope he don't, because what exactly is the point? Trying to prove that she wasn't a good mother. She said she's acknowledged that many a times. What's the point? Trying to crush her. It seems to me, whether it's conscious or subconsciously, trying to redestroy her career. Now that it's getting a bounce back, because you still feel away. That is kind of a you problem. No shade, just tea. That is kind of a you problem. Because again, everybody here is human. If you're still all up in arms about your moms and what happened to you, what happened all those years ago, maybe therapy, you need to have told that shit to you and work through that shit with your therapist instead of trying to post it online for like he said, for her sweet babies to know who she really is. Like, what is your end goal? You want to try to destroy her because you feel like her career was what kept her from being a mother to you. Her career is not what kept her from being a mother to you. Her career was how you was able to eat. The trauma that she went through when she was growing up is what kept her from being a mother to you. It's just right now we on the third generation of the trauma, and if you don't fix your shit, you're gonna put that on your kid. Maybe not in the same way, but in some sort of way, because that's how generational trauma work. I don't know, guys. I want to know what y'all think. I know y'all like, oh, Monique and, Sydney, listen, she told you she's immature. You cannot want more from people than they are able to give you. You have to acknowledge and accept people for who they are, regardless if they are your mother or your father. That is who they are. It is what it is. Being angry about it forever, real rap, does more destruction to you than it does to them. And I think now I'm done. I said everything I had to say. I'm over it.